Hey guys, it's Olivia. I want to talk to those of you today that are considering looking for a home, but you're buying on what I call an on-trend, upwardly moving, hip location. So what that means for the Austin area is what most of us know as 78704. Areas that really have historic 1940s, 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s historic charm. The homes have beautiful, beautiful era type construction, whether it's in the craftsmanship or the architecture. But 78704 is a very expensive, one of the most desirable pockets in the Austin area. But what we're seeing now is more pockets moving a little bit further south, so what we would consider like South Central. And we're talking about areas along South First, so really kind of typically south of 290, west of 35, east of Mopac. 78745, the Central Market area. There are neighborhoods that were built really the 60s, 70s, and 80s that in the last 20 years became very undesirable, or about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, very high rentals, high foreclosure rates, unkept properties, not beautiful, not desirable. Well, what's happened over the last 10 years as land values have gone up and Austin has grown so much, we're seeing the coolest evolution of these neighborhoods. They're becoming very artisan. People are really, really investing in maintaining the original era of the home while going back and doing full rehabilitations or full remodels. But here's what I'm experiencing when I'm actually out shopping with buyers. One, we're losing out to multiple full price offers. But our comparables are all over the board. So if I'm your buyer's agent and I'm representing you and we're out looking for homes, one thing that I need to be able to assess and back up with analytics and data is this a good price? That research takes a little bit of time. That research requires historic data to come to those conclusions. We need to compare location, lot square footage, home square footage, the year of construction, what remodel or rehab has been done to really get an apples to apple comparison to come up with what that value is and what is a fair offer price. But in the speed that things are happening and the inconsistency in that data, sometimes it can be a little bit hard. So I'll just give you an example. We find a house that you like, we're in South Central Austin, we see it on a Saturday morning. By Saturday at noon, there's 4 working offers. That is going to create an emotional reaction, a sense of urgency. What do we do? What do we do? How do we compete? And that can cause a little bit of speculation and a little bit of hysteria of we want the house, we got to get it, but then how high is too high? Are we going to be at 10,000 over ask, at 20 over ask? And then if you win the bid and you end up at 20,000 over ask, did you just overpay by $20,000? So here's my basic thought. After I'm working with a client right now on this particular situation, so that's what always brings up these video topics is a certain experience or recent experience. Here's what I think. And I'm saying this without a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But if you look at these pockets in the Austin area and you go back 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, I guarantee every buyer ever thought, oh my God, I'm paying too much. I'm buying on the high. But then if you go backwards, every person that buys really should be the highest cost. And then the next home that closes is a little marginally higher. And then the next home that closes is a marginally higher. That's buying in a healthy, appreciative area. And I say that to say this because the clients that I'm working with now, I'm going to be advising full price offers, possibly going over ask. I'm going to be asking them to do that even if we don't have any comps to support it, because that home that they're making an offer on today, it actually lends to logic that it's the highest sales price in the neighborhood. That's the natural evolution. So it kind of takes a while to get your brain around that, and that is not consistent for every market. Let me tell you, there are markets where there's a ton of standing inventory. Everything is declining in price because they built there may be too many homes on the market at one given time, which affects the value because then the supply is much larger than the demand. So I'm talking specifically about these neighborhoods that are going through this trend of remodels and rehabs. So speaking of remodel and rehab, I want to give just a little bit of vocabulary out there. If you're looking at these homes and you're starting your search like on Zillow, you're not working with a real estate agent yet, or you're not working with me yet, I want you to be very, very mindful of a couple words. Updated and remodeled does not mean rehab. And if you're looking at a home that's over 20 years old, that could be a really critical difference. Rehab typically means going inside of your studs. It means electrical and plumbing have been brought to a more recent code, versus a remodel or an update sometimes means your surfaces only. So like cabinets, flooring, countertops. When you're looking at older homes and you're pushing your budget and you're not gonna have $100,000 to remodel afterwards, what's more important than the color of granite, what's more important than the cute, beautiful lighting fixtures and ceiling fans, we've got to look at the structural integrity and the safety of the home. How's your foundation? How's your roof? How's the electrical? How's the plumbing? Do any of those four major components, do we perceive that they're going to need work in the next 1 to 3 years? And if so, can you afford that expense once you get into the home? So just some little food for thought. I look forward to helping you guys. Call me, text me, 512-848-7266. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.